Hello, I'm Chris McCain, host of the internet's #1 news show, Between Two Mindsets.
Oh, wait a minute. #1 news show. How is this show #1 when this is the first episode?
Wade, this is the monologue, Wade. Can I get to the monologue? Wade, let me get to the monologue, Wade.
Wasn't this show done before already by Fred Nix a few years ago?
That was Between Two Clouds. It was much lower budget.
Oh,
We're going
okay.
bigger this time. Just let me get through the monologue.
Just the new hot thing, I guess. Okay.
This show is about NSX Mindset, the phenomenon that has become the NSX Mindset. NSX Mindset represents growth mindset. It represents folks who embrace the challenges and obstacles that come with new technologies, the folks who have moved away from a fixed mindset geared more towards hardware-centric infrastructure or manual processes. So you'll find that the guests on this show are really people who are thought leaders and forward-thinkings. And my guest today needs no introduction, in large part because he just interrupted me and they probably put his name already on here. You've probably seen him at VMworld. He's done a lot of VMworlds. I think there's one video of him on YouTube. If you've ever worked out at the gym on VMware campus, you've probably seen him. My guest is none other than Wade Holmes, the Senior Manager of Technical Product Management Security Solutions Team. Did I get that right?
Yeah, and I guess you're lucky I didn't list all my certifications out also.
Yes, absolutely. So welcome to the show, Wade. It's good to have you. You know, I found out yesterday that you've been at VMware for 8 years now, which is quite a long time. Yeah. Would you give me a 1 or 2 minute just on where you started and how you got to where you are now?
I've kind of been a lot of different places in VMware and seen a lot of different aspects of technology and seen the full journey of virtualization and how the virtualization industry has matured.
So I also know firsthand that you're one of the earliest VCDXs. I think you were the first non-VMware VCDX, right?
Correct.
Also one of my panelists. Let me take you back to when you got your VCDX. What was the motivating factor for you to do that so early on?
So I remember when I first read about the VCDX process, and I was working for a value-added reseller or consultant at the time. And I wanted to be able to prove my capabilities, something that would be able to enhance my career. And I saw the VCX process sort of like a dissertation in the technology industry, or a doctoral degree in the technology industry, and looking at the process they'd have to go through. So I'm always up for a challenge, and it looks something interesting that could potentially have some career benefits, and I went for it.
All right, so more importantly, what's going on in this picture?
Where'd you get that?
Evidently, you're the flexing Santa at VMware Christmas parties. Do you want to give a little explanation here?
So that's flexing Santa. That's I don't know. I think it's a yearly tradition now, the NSBU Christmas party.
Okay.
We've done that a couple years in a row, but then there's
that's one of your elves. Yeah, that's your elf. That's a good-looking elf. I like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. So all right. So let's get back to important stuff. You gave a little bit about your career path. How much of that career path was reactionary versus how much was you being proactive to be more of a leader in industry change?
So I think it's always a combination. Obviously, there are always events that are going to happen within industry or within technology that is going to push changes forward, and you have to be able to recognize those changes and then adapt and potentially reinvent yourself or align with those changes at time. So it's a combination of both being ready to push yourself and at the same time recognizing when it's time to jump in and either jump on a certain new technology that you may see before anyone else is going to take off. And that's exactly what happened with getting into virtualization very early on. And
so why NSX?
So NSX is really the evolution of and that last challenge within the software-defined data center. Obviously, VMware revolutionized things with virtualizing compute, and then also virtualized storage with vSAN. But in a lot of organizations, provisioning networking and securing the infrastructure is still a huge challenge, and that's what NSX is solving and making that agile data center and cloud data center truly the nirvana that people want it to be.
So you're focused primarily on the security aspects of things, right?
Correct.
So have you ever protected anybody famous like Taylor Swift or anything?
No, that's more physical security.
Oh, so what are you focused on?
So I'm focused more on being able to protect data center assets, utilizing NSX as basically building in security principles into the infrastructure within data centers.
Gotcha. Okay. So by looking at NSX, what new doors has that opened to you in your career?
So, I mean, being able to focus on NSX at this point and growing with NSX, obviously it's a rapidly growing technology that is solving some major challenges from a networking and security perspective. So being able to focus on it has really, number one, opened up a number of doors in looking at how cross-cloud and public cloud is going to be, security networking across the clouds is going to be handled. Looking at how new workloads, such as containers, how we're going to handle networking security in these new deployment models. So as new different technologies need a underpinning for networking and virtualization, NSX is kind of becoming the glue between all of these different capabilities. It allows me to expand and looking at how networking security is handling all these different deployment models.
Do you consider VMware to be a security company?
So I wouldn't say VMware is a traditional security company, but VMware has an extremely important role in providing security to data center and may be one of the most important companies for security, even though it's not a traditional security company.
Gotcha. So I understand you're an author. We have here your book, VMware NSX Microsegmentation Day One. Is this your first book?
Yeah, this is my latest book, which is VMware NSX Microsegmentation Day One. And basically this book is there to teach you about how the security use case can be addressed by NSX and how NSX can allow for a least privilege model or a zero trust model for protecting application workloads within the data center.
All right. So, I'm actually an author too. We'll just put my books here next to yours. So yours looks really cute right there next to all the ones that I've written.
So, wait a minute, was this VMware Infrastructure 3?
Yeah, this was the
from
first.
like,
This is the first. It doesn't matter.
This is from like the dinosaur age.
This started it all right here.
Well, like,
Look, SharePoint or Windows
Server. Is anyone
Server.
running Infrastructure 3 anymore?
Hey, doesn't matter. That's a lot of writing right there.
MCSC. Oh, so
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you need a really good paperweight, I guess this pack of books is useful.
Work. They could work.
Yeah, it could work then. But I mean, it's something relevant as far as what is needed in the industry today. You want to look at Microsegmentation Day One.
Foundations IT Architect Series. That's my latest book.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll give you that one.
All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap up with a little quick round of true and false questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and for every question that you answer wrong, you're going to get the buzzer.
Okay.
Okay. So, Wade.
Yes, Chris.
True or false? You work out biceps every day.
False. I actually hardly ever.
So true.
I never work out biceps.
So true.
Biceps are just a side effect of my
Buzzer doesn't
overall
Buzzer
workout.
Doesn't lie. All right, Wade, I want to thank you very much
for
coming on the show today.
Thank you, Chris, for having me on this initial episode. I'm sure
Did you tell everybody where to buy your book?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to get a physical copy of this, go to nsxstore.com and definitely buy for friends, families, and learn about NSX microsegmentation and how it can help secure your infrastructure.
All right, stay tuned next time. We'll have another special guest on Between Two Mindsets.
Thank you.
True or false? You do not own any digital currency.
Wait, I do not own. False.
Okay. So you do own digital.
Yeah, I do own digital currency. It's
All right.
like a double negative there. Yeah.
All right. True or false? You were once detained by a Greek police officer after a photobombing incident in Barcelona.
False. I don't think that sounds accurate.
There.
Detained.
I saw it.
Detained is not.
Saw it happen.
It's not an accurate.
It is very accurate. It is very accurate. Number 4, true or false? You have a soon-to-be-released debut album titled Cybersecurity Cowboy.
False, but that's a good idea.
That's true. And the last one, I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. True or false? You work out biceps every day.
False.
That's true, man. Go to the gym. Everybody knows that Wade works out biceps every day.